A lot of questions come in planning to do the CFA course. A lot of students ask us, we're planning to do the CFA course, or have already completed the CFA curriculum, or my nephew, my friend, my colleague is doing CFA. The underlying question is, what does a CFA exactly do, or what can I as a CFA do? At Zell, we provide training to students for F&A courses such as ACCA, CFA, CPA, CMA, IFRS, and much more. So my name is Zain. I work for Zell Education. So if you are a student or a budding professional who's looking to upskill yourself in any of these courses, or just simply inquire about these courses, feel free to get in touch with us with the link in the description. You can drop a comment or get in touch with us with the number given below or on our website, and we'll be more than happy to provide you with a one-on-one counseling session. So coming back to the topic for today is, what does a CFA exactly do? Now, CFA stands for Chartered Financial Analyst. It's a series of 3 exams that specialize in the markets, the investment industry, portfolio management, equity, and everything related to it. So professionals who complete CFA generally look to build a career in investment banking, portfolio markets, equity, just the global markets or any specific market in general. So what kind of jobs can you avail are very, very simple. I'm going to list down a few jobs that as a CFA can complete. These jobs are applicable for a budding CFA or someone who's midway throughout their CFA, or is a CFA charter holder. The first role is a research role. Now, a research role is very commonly acquainted for CFA freshers. When I talk about research, people most commonly are acquainted to equity research. So, equity research can be very simple. Let's say you are working as a research analyst. Your job basically would be to identify stocks, identify securities in the market, and study them. So let's say I'm talking about Paytm. Let's take Paytm for an example. As a research analyst, I will study everything about Paytm as a company in terms of what are their revenue models, what are their operations, what are their kind of expenses, what accounting standards are they using, what are their investments, how are they faring as in comparison to their competition, what is the market for them like in India, what are the regulatory approvals, all of that will be covered by me as a research analyst. Now, basis on this information, I will advise to whether you buy the stock, should you sell the stock, or should you hold the stock. So as a research analyst, you cover everything about a stock, a portfolio, or a security in the market. That's your first kind of role, that is research. Second kind of role comes in the form of consulting. Now, consulting could be, you could be with the consulting Big Four consulting firm or your BCGs. What happens in consulting is, you basically, a client approaches you or a company approaches you and asks you, hey, should I be investing in these markets? Hey, what can I improve to make my investments better? Any sort of advice. Now, as a consultant, you are likely to look into your company's books, you're likely to understand more about the company, and once you have all the information you need, you can advise the company, you can consult the company to make the right decision. Third is risk advisory. Now, risk advisory is very commonly known as consulting. Let me give you an example of risk advisory. Let's say a bank approaches you and says, look, you know what, I feel my loan process is not very strong enough. When we say not strong enough, what bank essentially means is that there's a possibility of a fraud happening. So can you look into my structure, my internal controls, and let me know if is there any possibility for fraud, or how do I make my controls even better? How do I ensure I have a robust system which is working efficiently and ultimately contributes to the top line or prevents frauds? That is where the word risk is used and the word advisory is used. Another very common job profile is portfolio management. Now, portfolio management for a client can be as simple as, let's say you're a client and you have a variety of investments, or you have cash in hand. You come to me and tell me, hey, you know what? I'm giving you 1 lakh. I have a risk appetite of X, Y, Z. How about you make the investments for me? You handle my portfolio. Now, quadruple that scale, multiply it by 100, multiply by 1,000. Portfolio management can be done for companies, can be done for retail investors, can be done for banks, can be done for anyone. A CFA generally is well expertised in the markets to be sort of handling different kind of portfolios, understand the risk, choosing when to enter a market, choosing when to exit a market, choosing which security to buy, choosing which security to sell. Another very common job profile is investment consultant. you can advise your clients, or you can, on behalf of your clients, choose to purchase or sell securities for them, ultimately helping them to make a gain or loss, ideally a gain. The last kind of role that CFAs commonly go by is transactional roles. When I say transactional roles, I mean transaction in the market sense. You sort of either are making transactions on behalf of a company, working for the treasury department, or you work in the private equity domain where you're helping companies sort of invest, you're helping with mergers and acquisitions. Again, since this is very market oriented, a CFA role comes to fruition over here. So yeah, these were majority of the roles that CFA charter holders that we've seen have been working in. If there's any other role that you're not very sure about, please drop them in the comment section and we'll be able to answer if it's a CFA role, it's a market role, if it counts towards the experience or not. If there are any other kind of videos that you want us to do apart from our CFA, ACCA, CPA, any other case study that you'd like us to do, please drop a comment and we'll be happy to do that video for you. If you haven't liked the video already, please do like, share and subscribe. Thank you.